We're back-to-back weeks. That's a record for us.
It's a record because one of us in particular has issues.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of No Sauce Podcast with Kyle and John. I had to pause there because I did a straight out of whack podcast today for whack basketball since it's preview season, since we're like 42 days from college basketball starting. So forgive me for that intro. That was a little slow, but here we are. We're back-to-back weeks. That's a record for us.
It's a record because one of us in particular has issues. He almost bailed on me tonight. He almost bailed on me tonight.
No, I didn't. That is not true. Not true. You could always take the initiative and say, "Hey, are we recording tonight?" Instead of it always being me.
I shouldn't need to ask. I thought we had it already set.
You said you were down for it. You didn't say what time.
Yesterday, you texted me and said, "Record tomorrow night."
Yeah.
And I'm going to work out tonight. And I said, "Should be good to record tomorrow night." And then 15 minutes before you try to get on here, you're like, "Hey, you still want to record tonight?"
That was not a hesitation.
I want to sit around and be lazy and not do this.
You're such a liar and a fat face. That is not true.
Kyle.
I did send the message, but it's not true that it was hesitant.
Whatever.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Yeah, all on your end.
All
on your end, Kyle. I was ready.
I watched the Cubs lose their 5th in a row tonight. That was fantastic. They clinched a playoff spot at Pittsburgh last week, and then they go lose 4 straight at Cincinnati, and then they lose tonight at home against the Mets. Like, it's a good thing they probably have that top wild card spot locked up right now. But wow,
once they clinch, like, why? Let's get some other guys some playing time, right?
Well, no, they're still playing their regulars. They were trying to really solidify that wild card spot, but pitching hasn't been great. So their best pitcher, Cade Horton, who probably could have been in discussion for Rookie of the Year, he left after 29 pitches tonight, 3 innings, 29 pitches. Had only given up 1 run, and he had some back tightness. So that's fun, but they go on to lose 9-7 to the lowly New York Mets. Boo. Boo. I blame BJ Ferguson because he texted me when it was tied 7-7, "Go Cubs. I don't want to see the Mets, in the playoffs or whatever." And so I blame him for jinxing that whole game. But yeah. So
real quick, who do you think takes that last spot in the NL?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Reds, Mets.
I don't know. The Reds were losing to the Pirates tonight. I think they lost to the Pirates actually, so that might set them back a little bit. Let's take a look.
Arizona plays the Dodgers tonight, and the Dodgers have obviously clinched a playoff spot. But I think what's their magic number to clinch the West again?
I don't know. There should be like 4, 6, 5 games left.
Yeah, so I think they've got 6 games left.
Who do the Dodgers do?
Or sorry, I'm looking at Arizona.
Yeah, that's because they haven't played yet tonight, or they haven't finished yet tonight.
Yeah, the Dodgers have 6. They got 3 against Arizona, 3 against Seattle.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good question. I want to say the Reds, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I kind of hope for the Reds. Mets were fun last year in the playoffs, and you never know what they're going to try to do. So,
yep,
it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Good times. Crazy. The baseball season is coming down to the final. This is basically the final week of the season. Like, that's crazy to me.
It is. This time of year is always fun because the hype of college football, hype of NFL football kicking back up. I don't know. It kind of diminishes the importance of the end of the regular season in baseball sometimes, and I don't know. I'm anxious to see how things wrap up this weekend. Dodgers are probably going to end up playing. I mean, again, I don't know, Cincinnati or the Mets. I think that's really it. Arizona pretty much has to win out to have a chance to lock in that last spot. But I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
Nice.
So, hey, what's your hot take from college football this last week?
Uh, my hot take is that the play calling for Utah wasn't good again. Like, it was terrible.
Hmm.
I think I put this out in a tweet. Devin Dampier, like in the third quarter, had completed like 19 passes
Hmm.
for 94 yards. How do you complete 19 passes and you don't even average like you barely average half a yard in those completions? That is baffling to me. And I, the thing is, people say, well, I think there was an excuse yesterday that he was hurt all week, so he didn't get full practices in. Well, first off, he wasn't on any injury report, so that's Utah violating the Big 12's like injury report thing there. So that's number one. Number two, if
Hmm.
he's not practicing the whole week, how are you going to play him? Okay, I know he's good. I know he means a lot to your program, and you're probably better with him. But like, how do you do that going into a nationally televised, nationally ranked game that could be a preview of the Big 12 championship? That's
Yep.
number two. Second off, the game plan sucked. Like, that's my hot take for Utah. The game plan sucked. Oh, we're just going to dink and dunk, and we're going to try and establish the run and get some points, and then let our defense, do their thing. That's what hasn't won games for you the last few years. Like, offenses have caught up to your defense,
Hmm.
and when your defense is on the field the entire game,
Yeah, I
good
mean
teams like a
that
Texas Tech are going to take advantage of you, and that's exactly what they did.
that's why it was a game the first half because let's be honest, the Utah D is pretty stout.
Yeah,
They
no.
they they will shut you down, but if they're stuck on the field the whole time, you're screwed. Even at home,
Well, and
you
that's the
know.
thing. I don't blame the defense for what happened on Saturday. I
No.
blame the offensive game plan where they didn't take any shots. And the
Yep.
one time they did take a shot, it was completed, but it came back because of a lineman was downfield, too far
Yep.
downfield.
But
So
even then, like if you looked at the play, I don't recall him really being more than 3 yards downfield. So I think it
no,
was
he
an
was the
errant.
guy that he threw to. Oh, you mean the lineman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a bush league call. I do too, but like that was the one time they really took a shot and it was completed. Why didn't you try to test that a little bit more? But maybe on the flip side of it, maybe they don't have the same kind of athletes on the perimeter that they've had in years past that they didn't utilize, right? So
Could be.
I think it wasn't eye-opening, it was just disappointing because like I was thinking with a new, and I'm not even a Utah fan, but it
Hmm.
was with a new OC who I thought was going to spread things out and be an attack downfield and have more creativity than he did. The fumbles didn't help, right? In
Hmm.
the first half, but like you let a backup quarterback. I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. That
Yeah.
backup that backup QB, but
But that's where you and I see things a little bit differently, Kyle. Like I expected Utah to go in and try to slow the game down
no,
because you know how high powered
that
offense
doesn't
Texas Tech
win them
has.
ball games, though.
I understand that, Kyle, but I'm just saying that's what their expectation was. I mean, that's every single an,
Why, if you
analyst was
if
saying going into that game.
if you're gonna do that, why do you switch OCs? Why not keep Andy Ludwig if that's what you want your game plans to be? And then you go and pay big bucks to a new OC to come in just to tell them, hey, we're going to be conservative and we're going to run the football and we're going to take time off the clock. Like, what's the point in that? That doesn't
No,
make any sense.
no, I agree. I agree. I'm just saying that's what their game plan was, and if you didn't expect that, that's where I'm saying you're wrong. I think
And,
your analysis of it is spot on. They should have been airing it out, but they were not planning on coming into that game and
and
throwing
I agree
30,
with
40,
that.
50
Yeah.
yard passes.
From
And
the start, yeah, that's exactly what you could tell the game plan was going to be. I
yeah.
just, Kyle Whittingham, been great for them, but the game's caught up to what he wants to do. And I
Hmm.
think it's time, right? They need to make a change there. Finish out the season, like I think he's probably planning on.
Yeah.
But this whole conservative, no, teams are better now and they're better equipped to handle your defense, even though your defense is really good. but you can't play conservatively like you have been and put everything on your defense, because what happened in the fourth quarter when the defense basically got punked, that's going to happen week in and week out because your defense is
Yeah.
gassed. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, so looking at at the overall season for Utah, where do you put them at? I honestly, I don't think it's lights out. Utah's going to suck the rest of the season. I saw some people
No,
saying that it'll be 14-17 West Virginia this week, and I'm like, I don't see that. I see them
no, Utah's
coming
going to beat
back,
West Virginia. Yeah.
and then Arizona State the following week.
Ooh, that'd
I
be
think
good.
I think the defense gets it done. I think they come into BYU that what third week or second week of or third weekend of October, one loss team, and it is crucial. The winner of that game goes on to the Big 12 championship against Texas Tech.
I don't think either Utah or BYU is going to the Big 12 championship game.
Who do you
And
think's
here's
there?
why: because BYU plays both Texas Tech and at Iowa State.
Hmm.
So, I mean, playing in Ames is tough, man. They don't like to lose up there,
Yeah.
and those are the two hiccup games. I mean,
Hmm.
and here's the thing: BYU for a quarter and a half against East Carolina looked lights out. But on the flip side of it, for 2.5 quarters, it was kind of iffy. Like East Carolina
Well,
kind of went up and down the field a little bit. The offense struggled a little bit, but when Aaron Roderick got some rhythm with his play calling for that little
hmm.
spurt, he was really good. Like
Yeah.
that's my question. If BYU can put it together for 4 quarters, they could beat anybody in this league.
Yeah.
But
Well,
under
and that
Kalani Sitake, they haven't shown that.
because they haven't. Let's be honest, they haven't needed to many years because of their scheduling. Now you look at the past few years. First year in the Big 12 was a struggle because of that. Last year, they did much better. They were a three-quarter team, right? I think it was the second quarter they struggled mightily all
Except
year
for the Kansas
to put
State
up
game, huh?
points. Yeah, well, the Kansas State game was fun,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Here's the thing: BYU tough stretch. To your point, we've got
Don't they have to
what
go
is it?
to Kansas State this year too?
No, no, we don't have Kansas State at all. We what is it? We have West Virginia in a couple weeks at home. Then we
Right.
go to Arizona. We come back home to play Utah. But then we're on the road against Iowa State and Texas Tech. Those two will be difficult games. Game times haven't been announced yet, but I'm assuming both of those are going to be semi-late games, and it's going to be loud, rowdy, and it's going to be fun.
I would bet the Iowa State game, depending on what BYU does leading up to that, could be another big noon kickoff
Could be,
for
could
Fox.
be. And then think about this. After Texas Tech, then we come back home and play TCU. So that's
But just looking at that
potentially
stretch right there, like
potentially 4 straight weeks of ranked teams. Because let's be honest, if Utah wins this week and next week, they'll be back up in the top 25.
I think they got to
Okay,
do it convincingly. I think they can't putt around. They got to do it convincingly in the next 2 weeks.
agreed, agreed. But let's assume they do, and Iowa State, Texas Tech, and TCU all get the job done. We are looking at 4 weeks back to back to back to back ranked football. If BYU can come through there unscathed, they're not going to lose to Cincinnati. They're not going to lose at home to UCF last game of the year. They're going to the Big 12. But again, it's those 4 games. So these next 2 weeks, they got to get stuff figured out. It did.
Well,
It took
they
them a
just got to
long
focus
time to
on
get.
one game at a time and stop looking ahead. Like that game, let's be real, that game against West Virginia is kind of that's a trap game because you're at home, or I shouldn't say West Virginia. The Arizona game is a trap game, right? Because you
Could be.
should go down there, you should win that game.
Hmm.
Um, but on the flip side of it, like you have Utah coming up, and then you have you're we'll see. That's a gauntlet that they have to face in
Yeah.
October into November. Like that's a gauntlet.
But again, we got 3 weeks to figure things out. This next week's going to be fun. Coach Prime is going to rally those guys up, and they're going to try to come back and get retribution for the bowl game
I
last year.
know he already told ESPN no revenge angle versus BYU this week.
That's garbage.
We
You
ain't
say
with
that.
he says we ain't with that get back stuff. I ain't with that get back stuff. I'm with that let's get them stuff. They played their butts off, kicked our butts in the bowl game. Now we have a whole new team. That was his quote.
Yeah. This is the week where I think it's a trap game. Like if we're talking about their schedule, because it is not as good of a Colorado team as last year. They've already struggled mightily this year, but we're going into Boulder. Strange things can happen with the story or the narrative from last year just getting embarrassed on a national stage in the Alamo Bowl. They got to get past this week. But again, figure it out. Figure out how to get Bear going early, dump passes, whatever, open up the passing game a little bit more. I mean, just exactly what happened with ECU, but start it a quarter or two sooner, please.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't count Utah out, but
It's crazy
many of us
Kansas
think
State
they're not
started
as
in
good
the
as
top. It's crazy Kansas State started in the top 25 and they're 1-3 right now.
two years in a row. They started up there, and they've just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's just bad. Like
what is it, Avery
Iowa State,
Johnson?
Iowa
He,
State, I get the loss there, and that was in Dublin, but they lost at
yeah,
home to Army, and then they lost at Arizona. Their only win has come against the FCS opponent where they barely beat North Dakota.
yeah,
Ugh,
yeah, yeah.
funny.
I mean, I think they pick up a win at home this week against UCF. Um, but then they got a tough test the following week against Baylor, and then they start to kind of get into their own gauntlet stretch, right? They got
Yeah.
Kansas, Texas Tech. Kansas is playing pretty well. Um, I think they're 3-1 as well, 1-0 in conference.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
some things could happen. Big 12, it's fun.
Crazy.
It's fun. I know the voters don't care much for the Big 12, but screw them,
Yeah. It's
you know?
true. It's true. So another, I don't want to say it was hot take. Well, Clemson sucks.
Yep.
They started
Yep.
preseason top 3, if I remember right.
I know definitely top 5, but I would assume, yeah, top 3 sounds about right.
Yeah, they're bad. Like I don't even know what to make of them. Um,
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine right now.
I think
Uh,
everybody's kind of that way. Like, what in the world happened to Clemson? Like, they just, yeah, they're not playing this week. They have the week off, so maybe they figure it out after this week. But I mean, they were. I'm trying to look it up here. They were number 4.
number 4.
Like,
Yep.
they started off number 4 in the country, and they're now, 1-3.
1
Yeah,
and 3. Yep.
and they haven't
I
scored more than 27 points in a game.
mhm. Yeah, the offense looks meager to
Yeah,
to be nice. Um, but tough. I mean, tough way to start the season against LSU. LSU would probably be in the top 3 or 4 teams in my mind that win the national championship.
I think they get beat this weekend.
You think?
I think Ole Miss beats them.
Interesting.
It's in Oxford. I think Ole Miss beats them.
Okay.
In my ESPN picks, I picked Ole Miss to beat them.
Okay. But I don't know. Dude, my underdog of the year. It's got to be or my Cinderella for the year, if you want to call it that. I'm not about to put money down on it, but Georgia Tech. They've got to end the season against Georgia, but it's at home this time. They went to Athens last year and almost took them out. How many overtimes did they end up going to? Like 3 or
It was
4?
like I thought it was like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Okay. That's my pick. You know, looking at their schedule, not terribly difficult, all things considered. They got Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Duke, and Syracuse. That's going to be
Be a tough
you know,
one.
that'll be a fun one. NC State, I mean, somehow they seem to kind of pick it up at the right time. Boston College, Pitt doesn't look too good this year, but then that final game, Georgia, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
If they're undefeated at that point, that's going to be a highlight game. They're going to be out there with College Game Day, all that stuff. A lot of glitz and glamour for that one, and I think they get it done. So that's my hot take, Kyle. Georgia Tech makes it to the college football playoff. Makes a run.
I'm gonna say for me, there's 2 that kind of stick out. The first one is Indiana. The thumping that they put on Illinois on Saturday
Mhm.
night in Bloomington, like, holy cow.
Yeah.
You know, Brett Bielema at Illinois hasn't got beat that bad since maybe his first year there.
Mhm.
So that's a huge one for me. The Hoosiers, they
Yeah.
still got to go to Oregon and they got to go to Penn State. If they get through both of those,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
honestly I don't see that happening. Like, have
I
you
don't either.
seen
But on the
Oregon?
flip side of it, but Indiana, people are discounting the Hoosiers.
I
Like, do
I
not sleep on Indiana.
totally get it. I think they beat Penn State. Watching Penn State play, I am not impressed.
Penn State hasn't even played anybody yet.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not impressed.
I mean, they host Oregon, and I think it's a night game. It's a 7:30 kickoff at Beaver Stadium on Saturday night between Penn State and Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So their defense has been pretty dominant, though, you got to admit. But I mean, like we said, they haven't played anybody. This is their first true test. So
It'll be interesting. You know who I'm not picking? And they finally rallied back this week and had a decent week. Notre Dame.
yeah,
Not
they
going to
still
happen.
struggled to start. They let Purdue hang around till that to that lightning delay,
Hmm.
and then they finally turned it on after that. All ended.
Yep.
And I think it was a 36-point blowout of the Boilers. So the other one, keep an eye on Florida State.
Florida
Florida
State. Yeah.
State in the ACC, that championship game. Well,
It's going to
since
be
you're
between
predicting
them and
Georgia Tech to
Miami.
get there, I mean,
Yeah. It's
Georgia
one of
Tech,
those
Florida
two.
State, Miami, those 3 teams are going to be right in that mix. So,
Well, Miami has to play Florida State, don't they?
yeah, they
So,
play next weekend.
yeah. So winner of that game plays Georgia Tech in the ACC championship.
Ugh,
And I mean, both of them are looking fairly decent.
yeah. Okay,
So,
who's going to be the group of 4 representative this year?
the hell if I know. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm I don't know. Like, I'm not seeing anybody that's that impressive. I mean, USF maybe, or is USF part of the ACC now?
No, they're still in the American.
Okay, so I someone like that. I don't think there's anybody in Mountain West that is really awesome.
Not
Boise
this
State
year.
looks,
UNLV is 4-0 though.
yeah,
So,
but
they're doing something, but I'm going to say I think it comes down to either Memphis or South Florida.
mm,
Somebody out of the American Athletic Conference. One of those 2
yeah,
teams.
yeah.
That's who I think.
I
Memphis
mean,
had a good win over Arkansas. Did you see that game, by the way?
which one? The
Arkansas Memphis game.
mm-mm,
Memphis is up 1. Arkansas is within their 20-yard line. So all they have to do is take a knee into the middle of the field,
and then kick
call
it.
a timeout, kick a field goal, game over. They win. They walk out of
Mhm.
Liberty Stadium with a win. Instead, they run a play with their running back who goes diving forward and the ball gets punched out. Memphis gets the ball, gets a first down on a wild run by their backup quarterback. He carried like 5 guys for a first down, and they took a knee, and Memphis walked off with a 1-point win.
Who was it that lost this week because they were up 6, they went to go kick a field goal, or did they try to kick a field goal? Something happened, like a fumble. Yeah, no, they were kicking a field goal. It got blocked and run all the way back. Was that the Eagles?
They weren't yet. So the Eagles were up. It wasn't the Eagles were up by.
Well, I'm looking it up.
The Eagles were up when they blocked that field goal to end the game.
I don't think they were there, buddy. Yeah, the Eagle. Let's see. Yeah, the Eagles were down 6. They blocked the field goal because the Rams were going to go up to 29 points.
No, they were up 27-26. The Rams were kicking in the game-winning field goal, and dude ran it back. Time was expired, so they don't have to kick the extra point. That's why it ended up 33-26.
Hold on. Going back and looking at this. Okay, yeah. So it was 26-27. Okay, you're right. You're right, Kyle. You're right. But still, like, they had the game in their hands, and then
there were so many blocked field goals this weekend in the NFL. Like, it was crazy.
Packers lost to the Browns off that. Like,
yeah, crazy. How about the Panthers putting it on the Falcons, 30-0? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. How about my Seahawks? 44-13 win over the Saints.
That's because the Saints suck. Let's be real. Saints are awful.
But we had 38 points going into half.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The Saints are awful.
And we're like, finally the Chiefs picked up a win this week.
CeeDee Lamb goes down because the Cowboys decide to put him as a running back, and he gets rolled over. His ankle gets rolled over. Like, what are you thinking?
Or just running like a fake route? Like,
they handed the ball off to him. He was going around the right end, and he gets rolled up on, and now he's out for. He might be out for half the season. I think they were thinking about putting him on IR for right now.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's insane. Some of those injuries. So I got proposed a trade, and let me get your take on this. So I have horrendous backfield on fantasy. I just traded for Nick Chubb, and I got rid of Tetaroa McMillan. He was the rookie out of Arizona.
Yeah, that's with the Cardinals, or not the
he's
Cardinals.
With the Panthers. Yeah. So I traded him for Nick Chubb, just straight up. So I thought, hey, like, with the rest of my receiving core, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty set. So I was okay with that trade. Helped me with the running back. Nick Chubb didn't have that amazing of a game, but now I've got a trade op. Let me see if I can pull it up here, where they're looking at giving me. Hold on, where is it? Jalen Warren and Xavier Worthy for Puka Nacua. So it gives me.
How much longer before Xavier Worthy comes back? I mean, I've held on to him since he's been injured because, like, he's coming back at some point.
Yeah.
But, like, when is the big question?
That's the struggle that I have. I like the trade because it gives me Jalen Warren, who's top 15, 16 running back in fantasy.
Problem is he's not on the field on third down a lot. They pulled in Kenneth Gainwell, so he's not like a workhorse back. So that's
and he also Gainwell stole the little 1 yard TD run from him, vultured it.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be, it could be me who has Saquon, and every time the Eagles get within the 2 yard line, all they do is that stupid tush push. So Saquon gets robbed of, touchdowns. I mean, that's why he has to break off 60-yard touchdown runs, because he never gets the ball inside the 5.
Yeah.
So how about Derrick Henry last night? He had 9 carries and a touchdown in the first drive of the game, right? And then he had 9 carries in the first quarter. They gave him 3 more the rest of the game.
Well, and then he had
And one of them was a fumble because he hadn't touched the ball in like a quarter and a half.
well, here's the thing. I like looking at his form and everything. It didn't look like he really did much. Like, didn't like really do anything to really warrant a fumble. Hutchinson just made an amazing play.
Well,
Like to come up front, like to stop from the rush, turn around and come back upfield and knock the ball. Like that's just a hell of a play.
I'm just saying, like, haven't you like what is John Harbaugh watching? Do you not see that your defense sucks on the back end? Like they're getting torched.
hmm
Why not run the football and give them a breather and
Slow,
keep
yeah, slow the game down a little bit.
you
Yeah.
saw what the Bills did to you. Now
hmm
you see what the Lions have done to you. Like you have one of the best running backs and you have a quarterback. Speaking of which, Lamar didn't look healthy last night at all.
No, he didn't.
When he went
No.
to run, like he looked afraid to run, like almost like something was bothering him when he would go to run. It kind of made me mad a couple times because he had space to run like he normally would, but he looked hurt last night. You know, something with his feet or his leg.
Yeah. Well, he looked skittish, and to my benefit, because I had the Lions defense, so my running backs had an awful week. My defense stepped it up to help win me the game last week, but they had what 7 or 8 sacks on him. A
Yeah,
guy like Lamar, if he's healthy, everything's going. He's not getting sacked 7 or 8 times.
yeah,
Because a lot of the times it was like he was like getting out of the pocket and then we're sacking him there versus it closing around him.
right,
So I don't know.
right.
Sorry, I got distracted. This bunt attempt earlier, like a few hours ago in the Cleveland game. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, where he got hit in the face.
Yeah.
Scary.
Phew.
Scary.
That's
Yeah,
that sucks.
scary stuff. Oh, good
Sucks.
times, great oldies, fantastic
Yep.
stuff. Roy's
So what
back
else?
there making faces in the camera. She's
Yep.
having a
Yeah.
blast.
She said she wanted to come join the podcast this
Yeah, look
week.
at that.
So
She's sticking out her tongue and she's, smiling and she's just back there doing her cheerleader stuff and
yeah.
good
Well, she's
time.
happy because the Chiefs won. She doesn't really get that Travis Kelsey played like crap. But you know what? The Chiefs
Travis
won,
Kelce's
so
old and
Taylor
he's
Swift wins.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. hmm Yep.
Oh,
Yep. You know what I'm excited for?
what are you
Just a
excited
couple
for?
weeks. We're just a couple weeks away, buddy.
From what?
Start of the season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. Had it was crazy. So the Mammoth had two, not one, but two preseason games on Sunday.
I saw that.
So they played at the University of Denver arena. I don't know what that actual arena is. And then they went over to Ball Arena and played a second game like just a couple hours later.
They probably had a
So
split squad type deal like minor league or like spring training does. Where
yeah,
you got so many guys on the roster that you can do that with.
yeah. And then here's the other thing then. The very next day, so last night, after the games in Colorado, they flew straight to Anaheim to play the Ducks last night.
Huh.
And then I think tomorrow night, where are they playing tomorrow night? I looked this up. I should know. Which, by the way, I'm looking forward to the home preseason games where we can actually see the new black jerseys. The white ones look clean. But yeah, they're in Vegas Thursday night.
Nice.
Thursday
Just
night.
don't,
So
if you go to Vegas, don't get the seats with no view.
no,
Standing
no.
room only seats with no view. Don't get those. You won't be able to see the ice.
But here's the thing though, like I've been watching these preseason games. Dude, the arenas are empty.
Well, yeah, it's preseason hockey in the middle of football season,
Dude,
and
I'm gonna tell you,
baseball season is ending.
I'm gonna tell you, here in a couple weeks, when are the preseason games here? So a week from tonight, they're gonna be at, or no, they're not at the Delta Center. I think it's the 2nd. October 2nd, they'll be at home in the arena. It is gonna be packed. Mark
Great
my
for a
word.
game that doesn't matter.
It's the fan base. They're there. They're serious about
That's
it. It's going to
awesome.
be amazing.
But you've also only had the team for this is the second year they've been here. All these other teams that you're going to play these preseason games have been in their cities for years.
Yeah, but
fans don't want to go watch a preseason game. They want to go to a real game.
a game is a game. You go support your team.
No.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me if UVU's having a preseason game against let's say, I don't know, Duke or North Carolina.
That's
You're not no.
No. That's different because those games count.
No, I'm talking I'm saying if NCAA basketball had preseason games that didn't matter, exhibition games that don't matter
I
towards
don't go
anything.
to those. I never have.
You wouldn't?
No, because they don't matter.
That,
Plus, they wouldn't be playing Duke in an exhibition game.
I'm just saying. Kyle.
Non-D1, they play non-D1s on their schedule. I don't go to those because those are worthless games that don't matter. Like,
So, yeah, I can't. So you wouldn't go to like if spring training were here in Utah, you wouldn't go to spring training games?
I may go to a spring training game, but I'm not going to be like cheering the whole time type deal because the starters are going to play an inning or two, and then it's going to be guys that are trying to make the minor league roster. So, again, spring training is fun just to go and experience that, being down there for it. But like that, those games don't matter. So it's just kind of sit and watch the game.
I know they don't matter, but you'd still go and watch the game. Am I right? If your team only has 3
Sure.
home games, you're going to go watch a game.
Go with this, but it's not the same as what you're thinking you're going to be doing at the Delta Center.
If you're hyped for the season to start, you're going to go regardless. NFL, MLB, whatever, you're going to go.
I don't even watch NFL.
Nobody's in Anaheim.
Games.
Colorado, who has a great team and great guys, you would think that they would fill their arena. Shame on you, Colorado. Shame on you. I'm saying it. Watch the 30th, the 2nd, and the 4th. Watch. Packed houses for all 3 of those home games. Even though they're preseason, don't matter. They will be packed. Plain and simple.
I'm not
people here care.
You think I'm saying they won't be? I'm not saying they won't be. But again,
you wouldn't go because you have no skin in the game. You don't care. Hey, what are you doing? Give me that. This stays on there.
This is the second year this team is in town. You know, so that's a little different than the Colorado Avalanche who have been in Denver forever. The LA, Anaheim, who's been there forever. Like you're comparing apples to oranges there.
No, you're just not a hockey guy. And that's okay.
I like hockey, but I'm not a fan
Kyle,
of preseason games that don't matter.
It's okay. Kyle, it's not your thing. It's not your thing. I get it. A real man sport's not your thing. I get it. It's fine. It's fine.
A real man sport. Get them out of here.
You cannot tell me.
No, I'm not saying that, but like putting that on me. Like I like hockey. I do.
You play grown man softball, Kyle.
I do.
I do. Just kidding. Just playing, man.
No.
Well, I'm excited. So I was in Chicago this last week.
I know you sent a picture of that deep dish pizza that you always whine to me about. I don't like deep dish pizza. I like a nice New York style pizza. I'm going to find the clip in one of our podcast episodes where you literally say that.
100%
right here.
But like deep dish pizza, it's going to get me canceled, is horrible. It's lasagna with a crappy crust.
All right,
you've heard it here first. New York style is the best. But I sent it to you because I knew that you would appreciate it. Because I'm that kind of guy that sends my buddies things that I know they would appreciate.
What emoji did I give you when you sent it to me?
What was it? What was the emoji?
What emoji did I give you when you sent it to me?
I'm pretty sure it was like 100-pound weight or something like that.
No, it wasn't 100-pound weight.
What was it? I'm pretty sure it was just like a heart emoji or something like that.
It was not a heart emoji.
Oh no, there was one emoji. Okay, if you have kids out there, shield your eyes, everybody. This was the emoji.
You can't see it. It's right there. There you go. Oh, you're too close. There it is.
I don't know. It's all backwards.
Right there. There it is. There it is. That's what I gave him.
And this is what I sent him. Just a nice, beautiful picture of a pizza. That's it.
Yeah. Not cool to go to Chicago and then rub it in my face. You're having deep dish pizza. Not cool at all.
The thing is, I'm probably going there again next month, so I'm gonna send you another one. But this time it's gonna
Mm.
have some vegetables and some mushrooms and stuff with it.
No, vegetables and fruit do not go on pizza. Period.
Vegetable and fruit?
No,
Oh, you're one of those pineapple guys. Okay.
pineapple, guys. The pineapple does not go on pizza.
So I'll say this. Last day there before I flew out, after our work meetings, went to Portillo's, I think it
Yep.
is. Are you a fan of it?
Yeah. The what is it? The Chicago beef sandwiches and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I never been there before, and I was like, I've seen all these people hype it up, so we went there. I got the Chicago beef sandwich. I only got like a half sandwich. I didn't get the full long one. But then I also got a Chicago dog because, well,
It's
who doesn't
Italian
love it?
beef. Sorry, Chicago Italian beef. That's what it's called.
Yes, Chicago Italian beef. But then I got that and a hot dog, and they have crinkle fries. Places are legit when they have crinkle fries.
Yep, I agree.
Can I just share that? But yeah, my next trip out there, one of the guys I work with there is going to take me to a Blackhawks game. I was hoping to get out there like when Utah's there, but we're not there until like we're there. I think on the 13th for one of the first like 2 or 3 games of our season, but then we're not back there until like March.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't make the 13th because I got work meetings and stuff to be at. But yeah, the next go around, I'm going to go out there for the actual Mammoth game. But until then, when I go out there, I'm going to go to a Blackhawks game and I'll get to wear my Bedard jersey and that slick thing. It's a
Nice.
beautiful jersey. But
Yeah, I went to a
yeah,
Blackhawks game out there last year. Wasn't too
yeah,
bad, except they lost because they suck. So
they do. But they added some key things this offseason. I still don't think they're going to finish above 500. I don't think they're going
mhm.
to finish in the top 6 or 7, potentially even in their division. But I think they're heading in the right direction. Bedard needs some help and assistance, some enforcers, people that can handle the puck a little bit better than what they have been. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, good times. Always a pleasure. Good times.
yeah. Well, buddy, yeah, I'm anxious for this weekend. Should be fun. We got a couple more baseball games for the kids. Um, won a game this weekend against a pretty. I don't know. You ever just watch like I don't know it's youth sports, but you kind of get an understanding how the competitive landscape looks, right? Everybody's overly passionate and whatnot. Whereas these fall leagues, the ones that we're in, it's all about like instructional um,
As it
efforts.
should be.
You know, it's like a spring training. We're giving kids shots at different things, kids that
As
haven't
it should
pitched,
be. Yep.
playing positions they haven't. And there's one in particular team that is just very loud and like spouting off to the umpires all the time, yelling at the other team. And funniest thing was our pitcher had this kid 1-2 or 0-2, threw a curveball. Our catcher, because it's dropping, he thinks it may bounce in the dirt. He turns his glove over, catches it right in between his legs before it hits the dirt. Strike 3 call rings my. I mean, it crossed perfectly. And this coach on third base, their side, is like, he caught it in the dirt. Blah, 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 blah. It's bull crap. It's a crap call. I was in the dirt. And I just, I just go, like I said to one of my assistant coaches, and I was kind of loud because I kind of wanted him to hear. And I was like, he does know that it's not where he catches it, it's where it crosses the plate, right? And of course he heard and he's like, I wasn't talking to you. And I was like, oh, I wasn't talking to you. And then they started spouting off in other languages and very very kind words, not swear words or anything like that. And then we got to beat them at the end of the game. It was great. So
Yeah, I don't
proud of my
know.
guys.
Again, fall league is supposed to be, like you said, instructional. Get the kids some reps.
Hmm.
Uh, some fundamental work. Things like that. But
Yeah,
again, I don't know. Is this a travel ball league type deal? One of those Rocky Mountain school baseball type deals?
it is. So a lot of those teams have been established for years and they're very
Yeah,
competitive. And
that's the other thing is like, and we've talked about this over and over again. Some of these guys take it way too serious and don't understand this is youth baseball.
Hmm.
There's a time and a place to stand up for your guys, but during a fall ball league, like,
That matters nothing.
well,
There's no
even then, like,
trophies. There's no standings. There's nothing
even in
like that.
tournaments, though, I don't know how it is these days, but I mean, I know there's a lot of kids, youth, teenagers that are umpiring or whatnot, and it's like,
Yeah.
do you want people talking to your kid the way you're talking to that guy, even because you're mad that he missed a call,
Yeah.
type deal? Like,
Well, luckily in this league, they for our age group, they have adults umpiring,
yeah.
but
But even then, it's
nonetheless,
still
it's
just
like
bad.
set an example for the kids. And with our team, it's very much instructional. Like for what 75% of our team, this is their first time playing competitive ball. And so yeah,
Yeah,
we've gotten just utterly trounced by some teams. But
sure.
this last week, that first game, we had, I think it was 13 or 14 hits. We scored 8 or 9 runs. We won the game. The next game, we had another 7 to 8 hits. I think we scored 3 or 4 runs. Um, it's good to see the progress of these kids. Like, yeah, we're not winning a ton, I'll be honest, but to see these kids that are struggling, all of a sudden they get a hit, or maybe they struggled pitching the week before, and now they're out there throwing, and they struck out a kid or two, or they make a play. And dude, it's good to just see the kids excited and loving the game. And I don't know, it's been fun. It's been fun this fall. It's a lot of time and effort goes into it from my part, and I get tired, and it's like I hate losing. You
Yeah.
hate losing. I mean, it's like we played ball long enough that, like, I was on winning teams, but I've also was on losing teams, and I learned a lot from those moments. And these kids, continue to impress me each week. There's different things they're working on, and dude, it's fun. It's fun,
Yeah,
being out
I
there
mean,
coaching and stuff.
that reminds me of, like, automotive league when I was
Hmm.
a freshman. The summer we played, my dad signed us up for automotive league, and all these sophomores that, you know, and a few of us freshmen, we combined to play in this automotive league in Salt Lake. We had never played in it before, and we're having to face the West Jordans, the
Hmm.
Taylorsvilles,
Well, they were the cream of
Alphas,
the crop.
all those schools, that were the best of the best,
Hmm.
right? And I mean, we got trounced, I think, like 15-0 at West Jordan. We got trounced 17-0 against Taylorsville. Um, we got beat by some teams, but when, into my sophomore year and our juniors, the guys that were going to be juniors, like, even though our varsity team sucked because our seniors were awful, like, they were just bad. Um, we got better, right? And that
Yeah.
when our juniors became seniors and I became a junior and a couple other guys that played with us that were, juniors with me, we had a better season because we played against better competition, during
Yep.
that time. We didn't like losing, but we also understood, and that kind of taught us that we had to get in the weight room a little bit more. We had to work a little harder. We
Yep.
couldn't just show up and play type deal. We had to actually work at it. And yeah, I like that. Just work at it. Don't
Yep.
don't make it everything about winning, because it's not all about winning at this level. It's about finding that groove, finding that comfort zone, finding that ability and that knowledge of getting better and seeing what you can get better at, and testing yourselves, right? And
Yep.
I think a lot of that in this day and age is people, parents don't want their kids to fail, so they try hard not to let them fail. And it's like, you got to let them fail, because if they don't fail, sometimes they don't lose, they'll never know what it's like to lose, or to have somebody say no to them, right? Or to
Hmm.
tell them they can't do something, or they're not going to hire them, or this, that, or the other. And so they struggle with that. They go into depression or whatever, because they're finally being told no, or they
Yeah.
finally lost something when they thought they were always going to win at everything, because, well, that's just been their life. So let them experience that, so they can, what is it? Taste the bitter so they can know the sweet.
Yep.
Great line.
No. Yeah. Hey, I love bitter and I love sweet at the same time, especially when you combine the two. It's amazing. But no, man, I'm excited. We got 2 weeks left, 2 Saturdays left. Um, and then yeah, as a team, we gotta determine if we're gonna try to do like another tournament or anything like that before we wrap things up for the season. But Yeah, I think I've shared it before on our podcast, just how many correlations I see in being a dad, being a manager with my company, and coaching. It's like some of the same lessons are being taught all at the same time, and I got to learn them at different levels. With my 9-year-old, my 11-year-old, with my team's baseball team, or people at work. It's just you got to roll with the punches, and sometimes you take some losses, but you'll learn proper processes so that when you're in the key moment the next time, you can go be successful. And I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to see, and it's great to see people succeed, whether it's youth, like this one, who's, I think, how many hats have you tried on now? Like 5 or 6?
I tried on 3.
Oh, okay. We got a few more back there you need to try on. Or adults, seeing, like on my team at work, I got a lot of people that are kind of at like the first, real job or two that they've had, and they're progressing professionally. And I don't know, it's great seeing people be successful, you know,
Yeah.
being happy for other people being successful. It's great. So that's what I got, man. I know it's kind
growing
of,
up right before our very eyes.
I know.
You're still short. You're still my Oompa Loompa,
Well,
Papa
I could still
Smurf,
take you in a fight.
but I'm proud of you. You're finally putting your big boy pants on and doing something with your life. It's pretty proud Papa moment right
I'm
now.
trying. Hey, do you want to go to a preseason game?
No.
Why not?
When is it?
The Saturday the 4th.
Nope, I can't. Have plans already. Sorry.
Why not? What do you already have?
Jared, you've been to his house before. He is having like decided to have
Oh,
a conference Halo night, so we're playing Halo at
mm,
his house. So sorry, can't go to the hockey game.
yeah, conferences. Yeah, that night. Dang it.
Yep. Well, no, it'll be done that Saturday. No, it won't. It'll be
No, like literally the
Sunday.
game starts right when the last session will be starting.
Oh yeah, it starts
Yep.
at 2:00 in the afternoon or 6:00 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna say this right now. What we're gonna do a couple times on this podcast now, I'm gonna start getting these Amazon products that I'm using for my mic'd up stuff. The mic'd up stuff is fantastic, by the way. And we're gonna, when we go golfing, whenever you decide to invite me to go golfing again,
I haven't gone golfing.
we are gonna mic ourselves up because these mics are
Yes.
awesome. And I've got the magnets that we could put, the cameras right there on the cart and whatnot.
Okay.
So we are going to mic ourselves up and have some fun. But
Yes.
we're going to start reviewing some products. And I'm going to start with those microphones because they're fantastic. I may even do a little review tomorrow night before I start recording at League. So maybe we could get some sales here with this. I mean, I'm just saying.
We should take that stuff to a preseason game and use it while we're chirping and whatnot.
Well, I mean, we could. I don't know if they'd allow it in, would they?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like a huge boom mic,
No,
we can have like our phone out, and
it's a magnet that clips onto your shirt.
yeah, that'd be fine.
We'll
do
see.
it all the time.
We'll see.
Now I'm not going to take like
figure out a better night to go to a preseason game so we could do it than that night that you're thinking of.
The only nights that there are here in Utah is Tuesday the 2nd or Saturday the 4th.
Okay.
That's it. Those are the 2 nights.
Tuesday the 2nd.
I potentially could.
That can't be our podcast episode, our mic'd up time at the preseason game.
We could do that.
Well, let's talk about it more offline. We've gone for 53 minutes. Everything is updated, folks, by the way, on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Everything is updated. Plus, we have a Substack channel where you can see all of our podcast episodes or subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you wish to just support us in all that we do, subscribe on all of it. Instagram, YouTube, Substack. Put it as one of your shows that you follow. Oh, my camera went out.
Oh, yes. Guys, this is why you need to get out and support us, because Kyle needs money to pay his rent and pay his light bill.
Son of a gun. My fan went out, so we're done. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks
for
tuning in.
Nope. I'm closing this out because you're not there, Kyle. We can't hear you. So thanks, everybody, for sticking around. Kyle's hopefully hopping back here in a second so that he can actually end the recording. But thank you guys for listening to the No Sauce podcast with Kyle and John. and hit the like button, subscribe, go everywhere, like our content. You guys have a great night.